Have you ever wondered if it is really possible to learn English in just a few months? Have you ever felt afraid that you started too late or that you are not smart enough? And what if the real secret was not talent, not money, not pressure, but something much quieter? Today, I want to share my story with you, not to impress you, not to prove anything, but to sit with you calmly and honestly and tell you how I learned English in 5 months and how this gentle way of learning can also help you improve your English naturally. When I first started, my English was not good. I could understand a few words. I could recognize simple sentences. But speaking felt heavy. Listening felt tiring. And every time I heard fast English, my mind would freeze. I remember feeling embarrassed to mispronounce words, embarrassed to pause too long, embarrassed to sound unsure. So I stayed quiet. I watched other people speak English confidently. They laughed easily. They expressed their thoughts clearly. And I told myself that maybe English was just not for me. At that time, I believed many wrong things. I believed that you need perfect grammar before you speak. I believe that you need to understand every word when you listen. I believe that making mistakes means failure. And most of all, I believe that learning English must be hard and stressful. Those beliefs kept me stuck for a long time. One day, something changed. Not dramatically, not loudly, but quietly. I realized that children do not learn language by studying grammar. They do not memorize long word lists. They listen, they repeat, they feel safe, and they are not afraid to sound wrong. So I asked myself a simple question: what if I learned English the same way that was the beginning of my 5-month journey? I did not wake up one morning fluent. I did not suddenly understand everything, but I made a promise to myself. I promised to be gentle. I promised to be consistent. And I promised to stop hurting myself with pressure. I started with listening, not intense listening, not active listening with notes and pauses, just gentle listening. Every day, I listened to English while doing simple things, while resting, while cleaning, and while lying down before sleep. At first, I understood very little, and that was okay. I did not stop the audio. I did not rewind again and again. I let the sound pass through me. Some days my mind wandered. Some days I felt bored. Some days I thought it was not working, but I kept listening. After a few weeks, something strange happened. Words started to sound familiar, not clear, not perfect, but familiar. My ears began to recognize patterns, the rhythm of English, the music of sentences, the way emotions are carried by tone. I did not try to memorize. My brain was doing the work quietly in the background. This is something many learners do not realize. Your brain is powerful, but it needs time and safety. When you feel relaxed, your brain absorbs language naturally. When you feel afraid, your brain shuts down. So instead of forcing myself to speak, I allowed silence. I allowed listening to come first. When I finally started speaking, I did not aim for perfection. I aimed for comfort. I spoke slowly. I spoke simply, and I repeated phrases I had heard many times. Sometimes I spoke alone. Sometimes I whispered. Sometimes I talked to myself while walking. I did not correct every mistake. I did not judge my accent, and I did not rush my progress. And slowly, very slowly, English started to feel lighter. By the second month, I noticed I could understand more without effort. I could follow simple conversations. I could guess meaning even when I missed some words. This is an important moment in language learning when you stop translating, when you stop thinking in your first language, and you start feeling the meaning. Instead, that feeling is gentle. It does not arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly, like morning light. During the third month, my confidence changed not because I was fluent, but because I was no longer afraid. I accepted that mistakes are part of the process. I accepted that pauses are natural. I accepted that learning is not a race. When I listened to English podcasts or videos, I no longer felt tired. I felt curious. Curiosity is a powerful teacher, much stronger than fear. By the fourth month, English became part of my daily life. Not something separate, not something special, but something normal. I listened every day, even when I did not feel motivated. Especially when I did not feel motivated, because consistency matters more than motivation. I noticed that my pronunciation improved naturally, not because I practiced sounds, but because I had heard them thousands of times. Your mouth learns by listening. Your tongue learns by repetition. Your confidence grows by familiarity. And then the fifth month arrived. I realized that English no longer felt like a foreign language. It felt like a second voice, a quieter voice, but a comfortable one. I could express my thoughts, not perfectly, but honestly. I could listen without panic. I could speak without freezing, and the most important thing is I trusted myself. This is why I tell this story, not to say you must learn English in 5 months, not to create pressure, but to show you what is possible when learning is gentle. Fluency does not come from force, it comes from time, listening, and kindness toward yourself. If you are listening to this podcast right now, you are already doing something powerful. You are training your ears. You are training your mind. You are letting English enter your life naturally. You do not need to understand every word. You do not need to repeat after me. You do not need to try hard. Just listen, just breathe, and just stay. As I continued this journey, I began to notice something deeper happening inside me, something beyond vocabulary or grammar, something emotional, something mental, something I had never paid attention to before, and that was the way I spoke to myself while learning English. Before, my inner voice was harsh. It said you are slow. It said you sound wrong. It said others are better than you. But during those months, that voice slowly changed. Not because I forced it to change, but because I stopped feeding it with pressure. I realized that learning a language is not just about the language itself. It is about trust, trusting the process, trusting your brain, trusting that small daily actions are enough. Every day, I showed up in a very simple way. I listened. That was all. Some days I listened for 15 minutes. Some days longer, some days shorter, and some days I was tired and distracted. But I never punished myself for that. I never said today was wasted, because nothing is wasted when you expose your mind to language. Little by little, English started appearing in my thoughts. Not as full sentences at first, just words, just feelings, just familiar sounds. I remember walking outside one afternoon and suddenly realizing that my thoughts had shifted. I was not translating, I was not searching for words. English simply appeared. That moment felt quiet but powerful. It felt like crossing a bridge without noticing. I also stopped comparing myself to others. This was very important. Comparison creates tension. Tension blocks learning. When I watched people who were fluent, I no longer asked, why not me? I asked, how did they get there? And the answer was always time and exposure. So I gave myself permission to take my time. I also changed how I listened. Before, I chose difficult materials to challenge myself. Now I chose calm, clear, slow English. I listened to the same content again and again, the same voices, the same topics, and the same rhythm. Repetition is not boring when it is gentle. Repetition is how the brain learns safety. Every time I replayed the same audio, I noticed something new, a phrase, a tone, a feeling, and each time my understanding deepened without effort. I stopped writing down every new word. I stopped pausing to analyze grammar. I trusted that words I needed would stay, and they did. When I started speaking more, I did not practice conversations. I practiced comfort, I allowed silence, I allowed mistakes, and I allowed myself to speak slowly. Sometimes I spoke one sentence and stopped. Sometimes I repeated the same phrase many times. And that was enough. I learned that fluency is not speed, fluency is ease. During these months, I also experienced doubt. There were days when I felt stuck, days when I thought maybe nothing was changing. But change does not always announce itself. Most change happens quietly. The brain works while you sleep, while you rest, while you are not paying attention. That is why gentle listening is powerful. It removes pressure. It allows learning to happen in the background. I also noticed how my listening ability improved faster than my speaking. This is natural. Listening always comes first. Just like children listen for a long time before they speak. I accepted that speaking would follow, and it did. I began to respond more naturally. I no longer rehearsed sentences in my head. I trusted what came out. Sometimes it was simple, sometimes it was not perfect, but it was real. By allowing myself to be imperfect, I became more confident. Confidence does not come from being correct. It comes from being comfortable with not being perfect. This realization changed everything. English stopped being a test. It became a tool, a way to connect, a way to express myself. I noticed that my pronunciation improved without practice. My mouth had learned from listening. My ears had trained my tongue. This is something many learners underestimate. Listening shapes speaking. When you listen gently every day, your brain builds a sound library. And when you speak, you borrow from it. As weeks passed, English became less effortful. I did not feel tired after listening. I felt calm. This calmness was the foundation of my progress. Because learning does not grow in fear, it grows in safety. And by giving myself safety, I allowed English to settle inside me naturally. I stopped asking, when will I be fluent? I started asking, how can I enjoy this process? That question changed my pace and my results. By letting go of deadlines, I moved forward faster. By releasing pressure, I gained clarity, and without realizing it, English had become part of my life. Not something I was chasing, but something walking beside me, quietly, steadily, patiently. There came a moment when I realized that English was no longer something I was trying to reach, it was something I was already living with. And that realization did not come from a big achievement or a perfect conversation, it came from a quiet sense of belonging. I felt comfortable hearing English around me. I felt calm responding in English. I felt patient with myself when I needed time to think. And that comfort mattered more than any score or level. I began to notice how my emotions affected my learning. On days when I was relaxed, English flowed easily. On days when I was anxious, everything felt heavy. So I started protecting my calm. I chose listening content that felt safe, voices that were warm, topics that were familiar. This safety allowed my brain to stay open. I stopped trying to sound like a native speaker. I focused on sounding like myself. My accent became part of my voice, not a problem. My pauses became moments of thought, not weakness. This shift freed me. I also learned that understanding does not need to be complete to be meaningful. You can miss words and still understand the message. You can misunderstand something today and understand it tomorrow. Language grows in layers. The more you listen, the more layers are added. I noticed that phrases I once struggled to understand became automatic. They appeared without effort, without translation. This is how fluency feels. Not fast, not perfect, but natural. I want you to know something important. If you are listening to this and thinking you are not improving, you are wrong. Improvement is happening even when you cannot feel it. Every time you listen, your brain is adjusting. Every sound is being stored. Every pattern is being learned. You do not need to rush. You do not need to compare. You do not need to be hard on yourself. 5 months changed my relationship with English, not because I worked harder, but because I learned softer. And that is the most powerful lesson I can share. If I could go back and speak to my past self, I would say this: slow down, trust your ears, and be kind to yourself. Language is not something you conquer, it is something you grow into. If you want to improve your English, start by making space for it in your life. A few minutes a day, a calm voice, a gentle routine. This is enough, and you are enough. And as this episode comes to a close, I want to leave you with one quiet thought. What if your English is growing every time you choose to listen instead of pressure? Thank you for spending this time with me on the Gentle English podcast. You can return to this episode whenever you need calm listening, because repetition builds familiarity and familiarity builds fluency. Rest well, keep listening gently, and I will be here with you again very soon.